I'm John Ehrlich from Alderlea Farm, and I farm with my wife Katie. We're in our 8th season of production. We're a certified biodynamic farm in Duncan, BC. I had finished university and began farming. I grew up in the suburbs, so had no actual farming experience. And I knew I had to apprentice for several years to learn how to farm. I was also studying international development and small-scale agricultural policy, so I had that understanding, but I needed practical experience. And beginning in the late 80s, I began my ag training. Worked on about 5 different farms over 5 years or so. Now they're at a good weight. And at the time I met my wife, and she was moving out the West Coast, and we arrived in Duncan and purchased a 2-acre lot with trees on it. The farm next door was being run by 2 older men, and we always looked at it as the possibility that we could buy.
John would always say to me, he'd say, one day we'll own that farm. Well, I didn't know that that was going to be a possibility.
And it finally came up for sale in 2003, and the sign went up that day, and we made an offer. And we had 30 days to figure out our financing.
We never thought that we'd have the opportunity to purchase a farm in the Cowichan Valley. John had already been a farmer for 15, 16 years, but we didn't know that we would be able to pursue that again because of the cost of the land.
I had approached other banks, and most of them turned us down. So it was just over the phone with President's Choice, and we were able to get a mortgage for this farm as a residential property. One big challenge is access to land. We purchased a 10-acre farm. For the growing vegetables, we could only crop maybe 2 acres on this farm, so instantly we needed to expand if we were to make it economically viable. And then we immediately had to look for other situations. So we're renting off of 5 other farms right now. I knew I wanted to start slowly and small the first couple of years. Because my training was in mostly vegetable production, that's generally what I was going to focus on. And it's a great cash crop for beginning small farms.
We started to phone friends, family members to see if they would like to buy a bag of vegetables.
In the 3rd year, we decided to start the CSA, where we would ask for the payment up front before the season began, and we would distribute vegetables for 24 weeks. We still do the same thing in our 8th year. For me, and I think for small farms, I think CSA is the best way to go. It's the most efficient, and you're always getting a retail price.
There's a lot of things that get me really excited about being a farmer. I just love to be on the land, and I love to be providing the vegetables to the community.
Jane, you will love these.
A lot of people say with a community-supported agriculture, it's not just about vegetables. It's really about the families coming to the farm and having a relationship with the farmer. And that's primarily what sustains us, I think.
I think to be a successful small farmer, one has to be like a Renaissance person. That idea of a Renaissance man, where one has a skill at many different things.
We've been working with broilers for about 7-8 years. One of the main reasons we also have livestock is to have this bedding that we take out of the barn after they're done and make compost. And that's for the vegetables, which is the primary cash crop of the farm. Things started to come together, allowing us the possibility of opening a cafe, so that when the families come to pick up their vegetables, they could also get a bowl of soup or a salad or a pizza. We're open 3 days a week. This is our second year, and it's just going bananas. Hi. We're gonna go work on the carrots.
Okay. We have this community of people who are supporting local farming. They love coming to the farm. It feeds them, and so that feeds us to see people so inspired by the farm, because that's really what we want to do, is give people the farm experience and provide them with local, fresh, healthy vegetables.
So we're in our 8th season now, and looking back, it's been really worth it and a great experience. Someone asked me, what do I do about when things go wrong, or how do I overcome problems? And I think it's really just the frame of mind and attitude, which certainly my wife has helped me develop because she's so positive.
It's important as a farmer always to be grateful and to be positive. And so, I mean, really, we have a lot of challenges too, but we really rejoice in the opportunity to farm, to be grateful for what we have, and to always be positive is really an important component.